Greetings, dreamy, sensitive, intuitive Pisces. Welcome to my new YouTube channel. My name is Eliane Nicole, and I am an astrologer and a tarot card reader. I have been reading the cards and the planets for many, many years, but I am brand new to YouTube. So thank you so much for coming to check out my new channel. I hope that you will get some insight from the reading that I do for you here today, and I hope that you will subscribe and tell your friends to subscribe as well. I'm going to start out by doing the overview for Pisces for November of 2018. And I'm going to start with the tarot layout, and then I'm going to go into some of the planetary alignments that we can expect to see in 2018 that will be impactful for Pisces. This reading is good to watch also if you have a Pisces rising or a Pisces moon. I encourage everyone to watch the sun, moon, and rising to get the most full, detailed scope of what to expect in November. If you don't know your sun, moon, and rising, contact me so we can do your birth chart and I can tell you where all of your planets are. I'm going to flip up over the cards and tell you the positions very quickly, and then I will go back and explain them in further detail. At the beginning of November, Pisces, your significator is the Six of Swords. You are covered by the Five of Swords reversed. You are crossed by the Nine of Pentacles. The foundation is the Emperor reversed. What's leaving is the Ace of Cups reversed. What could come into being is the Three of Rods reversed. What will come into being is death. Fears or insecurities are the Seven of Swords reversed. Others see you as the Star. Your positive feelings are about the Two of Cups. And the outcome is the Chariot reversed. So the first thing that I always like to go over with my clients when I do the Celtic layout, and the Celtic layout is the standard tarot layout that most readers use. If you've ever had a reading before, you've seen this layout, and if you're a tarot card reader, then you definitely probably use this layout in your readings. And the major arcana that are present for Pisces in the month of November are the Emperor, Death, the Star, and the Chariot. So this is all about, the Emperor is about male energy. It can be the husband card, it can be the boss card, or sometimes in general, it just represents the patriarchy. And death is about change and transformation. Sometimes it's a literal death, but sometimes it's just the death of something in our life and to make way for a new way of life. The Star is all about faith and understanding higher truth and being at one with the universe and with the divine order of things. And then the Chariot, it's about movement and progress. So these are the overarching themes for Pisces in November. And at the time of the reading, at the time that we enter November 1st, we see you on a journey, Pisces. This often signifies a literal journey. So for some Pisces, I think you will actually be traveling at the beginning of the month. Perhaps a short trip, perhaps a journey overseas. Also, if you are not traveling, Pisces, this can symbolize a more figurative journey for you. And so I would say the beginning of November finds you going from choppy times towards calmer times. And you are covered by the Five of Swords reversed. And so it looks like you are clearing up some communication. And it looks like you could be clearing up some communication with a woman in your life. This is a woman who is possibly a wealthy woman, a woman of means, and You could be possibly traveling with her. You could be traveling to go see her. You could be clearing up communication with her. So that's what's going on for Pisces. And at the foundation in November is the Emperor reversed. So for Pisces men, this means that you may be feeling a little unstable or weak somehow. And this is going to be, you know, kind of in the first week, maybe towards the end of the first week of November. It could be, you may be having trouble establishing a foundation of something. Also, for Pisces women, this could mean that you are not seeing eye to eye with your husband or your significant other. If that's not the case, it could just be that you are dealing with issues of the patriarchy in general, maybe male chauvinism or, you know, just the patriarchy. What's leaving is the Ace of Cups reversed. This is feeling blocked emotionally, possibly, and it could also be feeling blocked creatively for some Pisces. That's passing. What could come into being is the Three of Rods reversed. So it looks like you could be feeling incomplete around mid-month. What will come into being is death. So there's a major change coming up in November, Pisces. Death manifests in many ways. Sometimes it's a literal death, like someone dying, but death can also be, you know, changing of a job, moving of a residence. The death card comes up sometimes when people find out they're pregnant. The death card comes up when people get married. It's just a drastic change, one way of life to the next. And inherent in the death card is also the birth of a new opportunity and a new road. So fears or insecurities for Pisces have to do with a secret or information being kept from you, deception possibly. Others see you as the star. So others see you as, you know, for some people, it could be, for some Pisces, it's that you're actually, you know, doing something very high profile where others are looking at you and you're successful and you're glowing and you're shining. The other thing is that others see you as peaceful, as serene, as a source of calm and inspiration. People see you as inspired. People see you as having a, you know, insight and understanding and a calmness and soothingness about you. Your positive feelings, Pisces, are the Two of Cups. So love, positive feelings about love and romance in November. And then the outcome is the Chariot reversed. So at the end of the month after Thanksgiving, it looks like you are in still motion, like you are not moving. You are, you know, this could be just staying home, staying in, not going anywhere. I guess you're, you know, after the holidays, you've had enough and you're just kind of in still motion, it looks like. So that's the overview for Pisces, and I'm going to talk about the planets a little bit before we get out of here. If you have any questions about any of these cards, call me. I encourage you to schedule a real one-on-one reading with me, because that's really how you get the most out of these cards, and I can get more into the specifics of your life. And so now I'm going to get into some of the planetary alignments for November for Pisces. I just want to start by saying that the beginning of November is the Dia de los Muertos, and November 1st and 2nd is a time where the veil is the thinnest between the spiritual realm and our earthly realm. And so this is a very great time to access the ancestors. If you have any relatives who have passed to the other side that you want to communicate, if you have any loved ones, friends, or family who are making their transition to the other side right now and you want to aid them in that, November 1st and 2nd are very powerful days to have communication with and channel the other side. There are many ways of doing this effectively. Readings are one way. If you'd like to schedule a reading with me to connect with someone who has passed that you are wanting to connect with right now, let me know. You can burn candles, you can cook their favorite food, you can put up flowers or fruit, or there are many different ways that you can access this. And the 1st and the 2nd, they're there. They want to hear from you. So if you let them know, they will communicate. And the other thing I wanted to say is Jupiter is forming a trine with Chiron on the 1st. Jupiter in Scorpio forming a trine with Chiron in Pisces, November 1st. For late degree Pisces, this is going to be a very powerful and very beautiful aspect. There's a lot of expansion and healing here. There could be healing through travel as possible for some Pisces, or being with a healer who's being very helpful to you. Again, if you contact me and we do your natal chart, I can get more into the specifics of how this aspect is going to show up for you in your life, but it's going to affect late degree Pisces the greatest. And if I do your chart, we can find out what degree your sun is, and then we'll know. But November 6th is another big day in November. There's a lot going on in the sky November 6th. So collectively, we will be experiencing it. And then individually, we'll be experiencing it in different nuanced ways, depending on where it's traveling through our chart and how it's aspecting the other planets in our chart. Uranus in Taurus is going to be square the true node in Leo. Also, the true node is entering Cancer November 6th, and Uranus retrograde is entering Aries November 6th. So for Pisces, this is significant because, well, let's see. Pisces is sextile Taurus, and so early degree Pisces will be feeling this Uranus aspect. It's going to be a shakeup, and then Pisces is quincunx Leo, so early degree Pisces. Yes, they'll be getting it from both ends. It's a shakeup having to do with your higher purpose. So I encourage you to contact me for a reading. Find out what degree your sun is. Find out if this November aspect, how it's going to be affecting you. It's November 6th. And then the true node moving into Cancer. That's also, collectively, we're going to be dealing with a shift in our higher purpose and in our Dharma and our collective North Star. And also, Uranus retrograde is entering Aries. It's been in Taurus, and it's going back into Aries. And you guys all might remember a shakeup that happened in April, and now here we go again. So that's something to look for November 6th. And November 7th, Jupiter is trine the North Node in Cancer. And so this is a beautiful, beautiful aspect for Pisces. Again, this is all about aligning with the higher purpose. And November 7th is the new moon of Scorpio. And the new moon, all new moons are a great time to set intentions for what we want. Just like here on planet Earth, there's times when you plant certain crops or plant certain seeds in order for trees to bear fruit or for flowers to bloom and flourish. It all has to be done in the proper season, and new moons are like that too. New moons are the time to plant spiritual seeds that we want to manifest. That is the most powerful time, and each new moon has different characteristics of what the things are that are most beneficial to set intentions around at that new moon. And so for Scorpio, the Scorpio new moon is about setting intentions around rebirth, setting intentions around regeneration, setting intentions around reinventing yourself, setting intentions around research, any mysteries in your life that you're trying to solve, any detective work. Scorpio rules all of that. Again, November 7th is another great day if you're trying to communicate with ancestors or loved ones who have passed to the other side. November 7th under the Scorpio new moon is a very profound, potent time to do this. So contact me. I do a new moon altar every new moon, and I do intentions and blessings for myself, and then I can do them. I can only take on 4 clients besides the ones that I'm doing for myself each new moon, because that's all that I have the space for on my altar, and it's all that I kind of have the time and the bandwidth for as well. So if you think that you might be interested in getting on my altar for the Scorpio new moon, please contact me soon, and I can tell you how that all goes. The new moon altars are so powerful. They just like, it's beyond. So yes, Pisces, if you're interested in that, contact me. Also, I just want to keep going before we run out of time, because I don't want to, I made, this is my first time doing this on YouTube. I made the Libra and Scorpio one so long, so I don't want to do that to Pisces. But, so also, November 8th, Jupiter in Scorpio is forming a quincunx with Uranus and Aries. So late degree Pisces, this is going to have an effect for you. Lots of actions, unexpected twists and turns. November 8th, Jupiter enters Sagittarius. This is good news for all of us collectively. Jupiter is at home in Sagittarius. Jupiter is coming home. Yay! Jupiter is the planet of optimism and faith and higher truth and travel and exploration and expansion. And it's going to be at home and in Jupiter. So that's great. It's going to be there for a year. And again, I encourage you to get your chart done, because then we can work together one-on-one, and I can see exactly where Jupiter is traveling in your chart in 2019, and we can identify what area of life, and we can even look at how it's aspecting your other planets. And I think it's really great because you can really seize the opportunities that are around you when you're aware. Don't be blind. Look at what's going on. Jupiter's got gifts for you in 2019, and we can look exactly what area of your life and when that's going to happen if I do your chart. And also, let's see. Oh, Mars is entering Pisces on November 15th. So Mars is the planet of our drive. It's our competitive nature. It's our go-get-it nature. It's our ambition and our motivation. And Mars is a naturally very fiery planet. And so when it moves into watery Mars, it sometimes slows our drive down. But however, for Pisces, since you guys are Pisces and it's in your own sign, it's a very harmonious energy. Pisces are going to be very creative during this time. November 15th to December 31st, Pisces are really going to be going towards their creative goals, their spiritual goals, their emotional goals. And so that's going to be a beautiful little dreamy slowdown for Pisces, November 15th till the end of the year. And then November 16th, a couple of things are happening, a couple of big things. November 16th, for one, Venus goes direct in Libra. So that's in the romantic and love and romance realm. That is going to, if you were having any wobble in your relationship or around love and romance, that should start heading in the right direction more around November 16th. And Venus has been retrograde since October 5th. And Venus retrograde is all about love and romance, and it can be about sex, it can be about intimate relationships. It can also be about money. So if you want to know really where Venus retrograde has been moving in your chart since October 5th and what it means when it goes direct, and we can get together, I can do your chart and we can get into the specifics of that. Also, November 16th, Mercury goes retrograde in Sagittarius. So Mercury retrograde, many people already know what Mercury retrograde is. It's a time, Mercury is the planet of communication. And so when Mercury is retrograde, a lot of times there's communication breakdowns, misunderstandings, typos. Also, Mercury rules kind of smaller technology. So there could just be little irritating technological difficulties, losing your cell phone, losing your keys, you know, just all that kind of stuff happens in Mercury retrograde. It's in Sagittarius, which forms a square to Pisces. So the entire Mercury retrograde probably isn't going to be messing with you, Pisces, but there will be a period, depending on the degree that your sun is in, when Mercury's within that orb in Sagittarius. That will be the time of the Mercury retrograde where you need to brace yourself for Mercury the trickster. He will be playing some tricks in your life. And so we can do your chart and, you know, have fun with Mercury. Just have a sense of humor about it. You know, nothing we can do. And November 20th, Neptune is forming a so November 20th is an important aspect for Pisces. November 22nd, the sun enters Sagittarius. Sagittarius season begins. November 23rd is the full moon in Gemini. And again, this full moon is not the easiest full moon for Pisces because the Gemini energy and the Pisces energy, they square each other. So the full moon on the 23rd, the Gemini full moon is a restless full moon. You may be feeling particularly restless. Gemini rules the nervous system, so you could be having heightened anxiety or angst at the Gemini full moon on the 23rd. I recommend, Pisces, that you do things to calm your nervous system around that time. Meditation, you know, sipping on a calming tea, cardio, you know, just anything that's going to relax your nervous system, Pisces. Around the full moon of the 23rd, the Gemini full moon is going to be a good time to do that. Also, the Gemini full moon is a very heady full moon, so you may be thinking about your feelings, you know, and it's also, Gemini likes to talk, so you or others may be wanting to talk about their feelings more under this Gemini full moon. So that's coming towards the end of November. November 24th, Neptune goes direct in Pisces. This is huge for Pisces. It's particularly huge for mid-degree Pisces. And this is going to manifest for different Pisces in different ways, but Neptune is all about spirituality, higher truth, sacrifice. It can be about medicine and health. It can be about addiction, and it's also about creativity for artists. So Neptune is really interesting to look at, and Neptune is Pisces' natural ruler, and it's going to be going direct in Pisces. Overall, this shift is going to be better for you than when it was retrograde, but let's do your chart and let's look at this together, because there is really some profound opportunity for spiritual growth for Pisces with this aspect, and to also reach really incredible creative and spiritual heights. So I would love to work with you on that, Pisces. And November 28th, Jupiter in Sagittarius is forming a semi-square with Pluto in Capricorn. And Capricorn forms a sextile with Pisces. So for anyone born in like 17 degrees to like 21 degrees Pisces, this is going to be a very significant aspect. And I would love to do your chart for you, and we can talk about this more, but I need to go. I've been rambling on about this stuff to you for 23 minutes. I just wanted to give you an idea of my style and how I read, and really ultimately the goal is I want to work with people one-on-one as well, because I think that that's really where you get the most out of it, and I can connect with you and get to know what's going on in your life and help guide you with these very special tools of self-awareness. So thanks again, Pisces. Thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe. Please tell your friends. I've posted a November forecast for every sign, Aries through Pisces. They're all up on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is called Eliane Nicole. This is the first series of posts. I'm so thrilled to have done this. I would appreciate your feedback. Please come again. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Pisces. Have a beautiful November.